Welcome back. WeArEuS, and it is still cold. So, I hope you guys are all, like myself, staying as encrypted as possible beneath as many layers of sheets, covers, bed warmers, or whatever the frick else you may have. Or you could just be running your heater. Sure, go ahead. So, last episode, we tried to enter the whatever the frick is to the right of here. No dice. So, I had a thought. In the map, there's an area underneath it. I went there. I could go there. So I had no choice but to come back. Right. For some reason, the glide is not on the jump button, but you have to press an entirely different button. Well, I want that. How do I even... I keep forgetting it's not on the jump button. Oh, and that's right. We do have the other mod on that gives us a heavy attack after we use our hairpin. Right. Okay, let's try that again without all of the failure, shall we? I pressed right on the D-pad, and we just kept going left, so that's how that's going to be, I guess. Oh yeah, we have 202. great. I guess I gotta take this seriously. So, remember, we are trying to save for 10,000... Save 10,000 Nacra. Because a guy has a thing we might want. And for 10,000, it better break the game. Okay, I need to double jump and reset my height after I get past that other one. What? I really don't like having to... Well, I guess it does make sense that it's not on the jump button or isn't connected in some way to jumping because, well, that would be annoying if you're trying. Like I said, they have it designed so you need to double jump or jump again anyway. And the only way to have that be a possibility is for the glide itself to be on a separate button. I don't understand why... Yeah, there's so much goddamn momentum off of that bounce. It's absurd. Come on. Requires a triple jump. Or... So that's a thing too, huh? Never mind that she's in the hategrass. You know, if I had sharpened hair, that would have killed. Nothing better than free healing. God, we are a long way off from 10,000 Nacra. Also, we missed that item back there where the hategrass was. We'll be back there eventually. I might try to get that after the episode is done recording. For now, though, let's get a move on. Yes, right? How far are we from? Not far from healing, not too far from another crystallizer. I don't know what to do with that information, so I'm going to continue. Yeah. I didn't like any of that. I walked right into it. Right, I can dodge. I wish I was joking. I wish it was just me messing around. I honestly keep forgetting that's even a thing. Now the mod that we have that gives us the right, I almost did it again. The mod we have that gives us the heavy attack. You know what? I'm going to do it. Really? I saw it reach around that corner. No way. It's not going. And then we were here. Right. I'm going to get rid of that because it's not good. Though it does give us access to more health. keeping it for the extra health. Going the wrong way. Says there's a way up. Oh, I hate that. Crap. What? I forget. How do I even get down there? What do you mean it wasn't recharged? It always recharges off of a bounce. Why wasn't our energy recharged? But we have to do this in order to see what that other path was. Because I don't remember seeing anything. Nope, that one was my fault. God dang it. Okay, so that the use of the hairpin like that doesn't feel great. It was only all right there because those enemies flinch. So yeah, that's going to require the friggin' triple jump. There's nothing but a solid wall there. Honestly, I hate that area so much, I don't even think I actually want the item that's in there. I think it could just stay there. You see, I was going to use the dodge there. I was thinking about it the entire time. Oh, right. That's how I died. I don't think we're really going to go. Right. It's also there. No. That's how this is going to be. Alright, Lombre. The intrusive fertilizer. Really? Also, did you notice in the top right corner that the boss now has a health bar? I don't want to alarm you, but I am pretty sure that has never been a thing ever anywhere the entire time we've been playing, so that must be new, right? What do you mean I got hit? Oh, the slime. Great, now the ceiling oozes. No. Mother... Look, I know we have a dodge, but if I had a dash, I would have lived. So at the very least, we do have a slightly faster way to get there. It's just not great. Again, I'm tempted to swap off the extra health in this less than stellar modifier, but I could just take the overseer there. I'm tempted to do it, but I'm not going to do it. She won't have anything new. Though we could turn in for an extra health. I think the Steam overlay tried to open. I pressed that button combination a very long time ago, and it only now registered, so... Sucks to suck. I think it's fine if we just go this way and don't even bother with the elevator. I also get to listen to this again. my hands are starting to freeze. And it's making me start to wonder if... Right. Ignored. It's making me start to wonder if I should have just turned the heater on. For the time I'm going to be recording, at least, right? Alright. Come on, hurry up. Okay. I think I would have learned by now, right? What? Oh, I was holding down. God dang it. Great. Now I get to walk forever all the way back. Because the Overseer is probably past him. So I've got to kill him first before I can spawn in that area. Or I'm wrong. And I'm wasting time on this guy when I could be looking for the... Overseer. When I could be looking for the Overseer beyond the plant thing. I'm tempted now we could get rid of the health and the rather lackluster mod that is augmenting our hairpin and get the better version, sharpened hair. You might be asking, why didn't I just change while I was at the Overseer a moment ago? Because I still believe. And I want to make sure that the problem really is that the mod itself is just lackluster and not entirely me. I can already tell some of it is me, okay? I can admit that. Some of the problem is me. Me and my issue with not utilizing dodge. Really? Dang it. A little more range on the hair would be nice. Hopefully there's a mod for that. Now he's at half, so we switch phase. So it also gives you an additional window of invincibility. Careful. I don't know what you think this is, but okay. Dang it. What? Oh, right. The controller's screwing up. All right. Let's see how much faster it goes if we have the other mod. Okay, now even the analog stick is being affected. This. That's weird. Yeah, the math doesn't add up there. I don't know what happened. I could have sworn it said 35, and I only have... Oh, that actually would have been enough. Never mind. I mismathed. Some of you might say miscalculated. That's because you're lame. Alright, hopefully this isn't going to set me back. Or just not be good. But having the ability to just deal the damage instantly is so much more effective. I'm using the entire energy bar anyway. I might as well get the attack in that moment, rather than having to wait for the next point where he allows me to hit him. Never fight your enemy on their terms. I mean, unless, their terms are, if you move any other time than this particular time, you die or take damage. In that case, fight on their terms. Please, please fight on their terms. Cheese where you can, but, at least look like you're adhering to... Ah, right. No, I don't think I will. I'm going to need every single health that I can get against this guy. I will say, though, I did do well utilizing the dodge in that last one. I just wish I had gotten the hit that had killed it. But like I said, the hair's reach is just too short for me to do some of the things I'd be able to do otherwise. That's not a very good way of phrasing that, but it's fine. I'm sure you understand. Wouldn't it be great if I go down here and the thing is dead? Ah, if only we could live in that timeline. Of course, if that's just impossible, then there is no timeline, no matter what. I like that way better. Yeah. Now, if I were to combine this with the whatever that mod is that Mel has that increases the speed at which our energy regenerates while we're on the ground, if I combine what I'm doing with that, we might just be able to use the sharpened hair back to back. So it just looks like I teleported, didn't it? I think we might have found something interesting. Now, it's not easy to reproduce, but it's possible to get it to a point where it's reasonable enough to pull off with intent. If you're curious, or just outright confused, what happened was that I used both the dodge and hairpin at the same time. And apparently the hairpin hit during the dodge's animation, and I reappeared where I would have if I hadn't been using the dodge animation. But I did, so it looked like I teleported. Given that when you're using hairpin, you're already invincible, I can't say that it's got an actual use. I mean, style points? Absolutely. But outside of that, I don't really see any practical value, at least not yet. No, I really wish I knew what was happening behind this pause screen, because I don't remember what we were doing. I'm pretty sure we're in the air. What the frick? That's my controller. That was the controller. So now, I was hoping I wouldn't have to spend the money to get a new one. But apparently this thing really, really wants to be thrown. And frankly, its argument is very convincing. Take it. It's fine. We win. I wish I could have done it without all of the damage I took for no good reason. Yep. The Overseer. I actually despise that they put him there. I despise that they did it that way. The fact that they, with intent, made it so you have to walk all that way back here every single time you fail is disgusting. That said, I'm going to keep this mod set up because, as you saw, it is clearly better. Since the thing can attack from any angle, it is difficult to predict when it's actually going to strike. That said, I've already lost the goddamn macro, so the rest of this is just for fun. What? Why isn't it... What the? I know how to use sharpened hair. Why isn't it working? Because I'm too close. Right. Just an aside. I wonder if Wildcat and sharpened hair have a positive interaction. By which I mean, the moment I land hairpin, I become charged with Wildcat. But then I trigger sharpened hair. Does sharpened hair get the damage bonus from the heavy attack through Wildcat, or does the heavy attack itself only come off of normal attacks and not what could be said to be a special attack? Yeah, distance was the issue. I can't use sharpened hair at point blank range. I just can't. Either it's not possible or I am just retarded. Given how long it took me to beat Lombra, I'm probably just retarded. No, it's not like we have anything to lose, so we'll start here. Mother frickin'. So like I thought, it can be attacked. You just don't get anything out of it. You don't disorient it. Don't run now. Those things are worth 100 Nacra with the mods I have that increases how much enemies drop, of course. What the freak are you? Something we're going to figure out or acquire an ability for later. Neat. Although... I'm assuming it doesn't take any damage while it's turtles, so... Oh yeah, there's a jump pad in there too. Got it. Yeah. Okay. So I don't really have an answer to someone that's just going to run away. Why is there just a tri-cluster of these things? Oh, that works for me. Whoa, what the? Like I said, now the controller's doing it even when using the analog sticks, so... Okay. I guess that's just how this is going to be then, huh? Interesting. Trying to figure out what pattern of actions we need in order to slip by there. Okay. That's also still up there, so jump on this. What do you mean? I'm doing the button combination. Yeah, see? Why isn't this working? Yeah, okay, sure. Just 369 Nacra gone because he's got a backswing too. Come on, and now we have to do all of that again. What's over here instead? Okay, so its destination is redacted. Cute. It's redacted, but it doesn't require extra permissions to enter. That makes sense. To someone somewhere, I'm sure. Okay. So Mel's going to have to give us something that makes us register as hurt. Back off. Fragmented serial number, which is pretty useless on its own. It says, find us. I'm going to go with no. The kind of treasure hunts I do are the ones that are guaranteed to give me something interesting. Wow, this wasn't worth it. Back into the mess we go, then. Barely. Like I said, I am super glad that we have that modifier that makes those free, because that would be expensive every time. Should we? There's a door down there. Oh, it's that. Mother frickin'. Died. Oh, Alice. Yeah, I don't care about you, but sure. Get up. Get up now. Don't you dare attack me. It'll be the last thing we both do. Huh. Thanks a lot for the reboot. Did Celia send you? It's just like her. Worrying too much about me, not enough about herself. Well, in that case, I suppose she was right. I came here to try and open a way to the greenhouse, but there's a huge beast guarding it. I didn't stand a chance, so I tried to run away. It seems I didn't make it very far. Oh well, at least I'm alive. That's my cue to leave. As soon as my diagnostic routine is over, I'm going back to Celia. glad that worked out, because there was about an 80% chance that that didn't. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you are currently living in the better timeline. I don't like this at all. I don't understand what was going on with my sharpened hair attack last time. Yeah, there we go. Do I have to... No, surely it's not. I have to hold the attack button too. At least I fell into the ooze while invincible. Okay. There we go. I don't know if the devs intended for this interaction to be a thing, but... Are you kidding me? Accept your gracious offer. I saw you move. I saw you. Get back here. I tried to dodge again, but it was on cooldown. You know what I really hate? I really hate the fact that I not only have to walk the entire way back there. But granted, it's not like it's the difficult path to take anyway, but it's still just annoying. All because Sharpened Hair's execution is really inconsistent. Remember, it's down jump in order to dive. I've been able to hit projectiles before, right? No, that's not for these. Right, that's down there. Wait, then that means there's just an easier way to get up here. Granted, I have to go past the thing with the aimbot. Nope. I held the attack button, no dice. Okay, I understand the way it attacks now. I want to say it whips its head. I don't know if that's the head or not. But it whips the head back in such a way that it causes more damage. So, as long as I'm careful about that. Come on, feed my sense of superiority. That's right. You know, seeing this as slow as it is, of course, seeing this makes me feel good. I did nothing and I got paid. My hands are cold, but I got paid. How did we die over here again? Oh, yeah. Slippery David. Crap. Of course it is. How dare that little rat be dim? I almost didn't notice him. Where do you go? Back to Lake Shore? Lakeshore is. Oh, that's a big shortcut. You might even say it's huge, the biggest. And it sort of circumvents the need for an overseer in that particular area. But only slightly. I would much rather have one. I like convenience. think there's anything to do up here. I just have access to the elevator, which in itself is extremely valuable. So I'm okay with that just being it. Okay. Let's do this and not right. And not suck this time, shall we? That's annoying. What is this here? And you know, after all of this dying we've done, I'm starting to see, even as bad as it sucks, I'm starting to see the portable crystallizer as more valuable. Alright, come on. I didn't mean to pause there. I was also not aware we had so much... Oh, where'd all of that nacra come from? I think I did the teleport again. And by that I mean I'm trying to come up with a colorful name for it. The hairpin dodge. That's not the colorful name, I'm just giving it a name. That almost feels like a second and a half. I don't know how I failed those two times. And sure, we're going to die to this thing again, but in the meantime, I can utilize this attempt to get familiar with its moves. I knew that was coming. There was vibration and everything. I could tell. The obvious question to follow that is, why didn't you try to avoid it? Damage. Also, I've noticed that when it's about to attack, it pulls back slightly. In case you're wondering how I dodged everything, there was a tell. And the best part is, the dodge interrupts your animations. But it still allows follow-through once it ends, which explains the hairpin dodge. I ache for a charged attack, by the way. That is a lot faster than I thought it would be. The only reason I got hit there is because I was paying more attention to my energy bar than what was actually happening. And so when I looked up, I got hit. So again, I'm wondering about the value of that mod Mel has. It costs 3 cores though, so if it's not good, it's going to hurt. It took a little doing. It took a little doing, but Majin Nabu is down. Wait, we can go back this way and crystallize our... No, we can't, because there's a jumping bit there. The breaths spring. Wake up, retard. I'm cold, so I'm going to go ahead and pull my covers up a little closer.
A drop in the ocean. Tangled vines among withering stars.
Let me speak to your manager. I won't stop ringing until you do.
My garden. It grew boundless. From eye to heart, livelier than ever. Yet its blooms hide deeper, darker roots. A hunger that cannot ever be satiated. And then there's you, again, the little sapling who wished to save the sun. Will you do it, sapling? Will you give back what you have been gifted? It matters little. Have my voice. Do what you please with it. I don't care.
Amidst the breath, a voice that carries indifference, aka tsundere. I do find it curious how she said, well, that she asked, will MIO give back what she's been given? Does that mean she's being powered by the heart? Hey there, Janice. I'm trying to think of something clever. All this time, the breath was dormant. No, can't be. Why did they give up their duty? Was there no hope of stopping the blue water? What about fixing the library? I need to go back and bring the news to the others. Let's go back and see if she has anything to say. Also, let me check the map. Make sure what has been missed. There is not a crystallizer nearby. I could really use one of those. there is that. That's where we tried to go before. That's why there's a little bit more to it now. We need the double jump, so... Does it show what exactly we got from her? Midas's voice. You can barely feel its presence inside you. No, that's just too easy. Only when you stay steady long enough, careful, patient, can you hope to discern the faintest sigh. Actually, I do want to access this and head back here. I'm going to go back there and then use the crystallizer. I think that's the closest one I have accessed. No, there's literally one right across from us. So, never mind that. Tuned to the voice of the breath. I am glad to hear it through you. Despite their apparent indifference, they were gentle souls, deeply caring about all living things and even more deeply invested in our true mission. It's no wonder then that they took the breach of the library and the flood of their gardens as a treason. The fact that they are with you now shows they haven't completely lost hope. Their name was Amidis. Let them be remembered. Pearl severed. Amidis, the breath. Should we try going back to the blood next episode? She's got nothing else to say, so that's not great. This does only require 10 slots. And as you saw during the boss fight with Majin Naboo, it is actually... the sharpened hair is actually incredibly powerful. Whoa, hold on. Even as we mourn the lost coordinates, we must stay focused on the journey ahead. Our journey was never the point, and you know that perfectly well. We're living, and may still have a tomorrow. You're clinging to borrowed time, brother. And Clea's something. I was too busy being stuck on the name Clea. And with that, we come to the end of another episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We will be back tomorrow with the week's last episode. I like this game. Majin Naboo was a bit of a dirty bastard, though. It took some doing to figure out how to make it through his... I don't want to call it a phase change because he basically kept doing the same thing after he used it the second time. But with that, I'm pretty sure you understand what I'm talking about. Figuring that bit out was the main trick. Also, trying to get sharpened hair to actually go off. That pissed me off a lot. The fact that my damage window is do 3 normal attacks, hairpin, sharpened hair. Except if sharpened hair doesn't go off, I'm just vulnerable now. Granted, I probably still would end up vulnerable depending on the situation. If it did go off, I just am now in that same position and have done no extra damage. I can always quickly drop out of the air, though I forget that in a combat situation. Anyway, actually, today's episode was pretty busy, wasn't it? 2 whole bosses, a bunch of jumping puzzles, stuff found, Nacra earned and saved and stored. Oh, that's my favorite part. Keeping it? Ah, I love that. Though, we did have to spend some in order to give ourselves an extra health. And I would also love those 2 blackened nodes back. I wouldn't mind that at all. I don't know where we're going to go next episode. I don't imagine the voice has any wisdom to impart, so... There are those doors that require recognition as Dr. Halen's assistant. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to have or involve Mel's assistance in any way, so... I think those markers are for items. Maybe. Wait, is that... No, that's a door. Surely that's not a door I can open now. I'll go and check, and I'll let you guys know next episode. As things stand, I don't know where we're going to go next, so next episode could end up being a little rough in terms of progress. But we'll have to wait and see to see what there is to be seen. And so, with all that said, we will see you next time.